Okay, so this is a LeBlanc versus Annie game, and I've taken from memory the standard electrocute and sorcery page secondary. I've gone a mana flow, transcendence, and sorcery, and I have sudden impact instead of taste of blood because I'm not looking to trade with her too often. It's a very volatile matchup. But when I do trade with her, I want to maximize and get a bit of extra AP, bit of pen rather. So, Annie is a matchup that you can do one of a few things into. You can try shove rather, and then freeze depending on what she lets you do, because she's prone to ganks. However, I was looking for more of a slow push instead. I want a slow push because I've got a Graves. I know Graves is wanting to contest Scuttle Crabs, so I wasn't just thinking about my lane, the pure 1v1. This is really poor micro for me so far. And I think I'd just come out of a game where I had two double adaptive force, but in this game I've got the attack speed rune, so it can be a little bit disconcerting sometimes autoing. Yeah, so I got 9 out of the first 12 CS. That's already an improvement I could make. I could add 12 CS. It's actually important to keep track of that because there's a point in the game where I think I have 130 CS and I could easily have had 170 or something at 23 minutes. So it was like really, really bad CSing by me this game. Okay, so I'm just looking, I'm keeping the wave pretty shoved, and I spotted out Lee Sin on the Raptors. It's always a good ward to place, unless you know, like for sure, the enemy jungler is starting bot side. You can save your ward, but I didn't know, so just in case he level 2 cheeses, because this is a diamond game, but sometimes diamond Lee Sins just go for cheesy plays. Now I'm not moving up into the river to help top. It's more that I'm moving to secure the scuttle. But I don't see Lee coming back down. I'm like, okay, let's help Graves get it done quicker. If you set up your jungler for success in the early game, they'll help you later. Now Lee Sin completely ints. He thinks that Graves is gonna double scuttle him because the reason he did that is because he thought that Graves was gonna path through mid in Fog of War and double scuttle him. So he was gonna take the efficient route by just walking through mid, but he wasn't expecting Lee Sin to just wait there. And so me and Graves were on the same page. We realized what was going to happen, and we just pick up a free kill. Thank you for the kill, Lee Sin. Bloody idiot. Oh, poor combo by me. I mean, but this Annie is playing really, really safe. Now, Graves I actually ping danger here. You notice that my bot lane is getting shoved in, so I ping danger to my Graves. I'm like, no, please don't do this, because our bot lane, we got Vayne, Alistar. They just have no priority against the Ezreal and Ezreal X, really. Could be any support. We've got Vayne, Alistar. They're just going to get shoved in. They can obviously combo and set up ganks, but they're going to get shoved in. So we're chilling, and this Lee Sin's really good, so he just misses everything and wastes his time. Okay, so important notes. GP actually got a kill back, and my bot lane is doing good. Now I figured that Annie was going to take TPs this game because most Annies on OC do. It's another reason why I went to Doran's Ring. I thought the lane was going to be more extended. Not Doran's Ring, the sudden impact rune rather. Now that's pretty good of Lee Sin to counter jungle us here. Take our top side. And he's looking, if you look at the map, he's looking to fuck up the GP on the way back to lane because Aurelia pushed a big wave. So Aurelia and Lee Sin are denying a huge wave. Now I base straight away there. The wave's in a bad spot, but I base because I see Alistar running top. And I'm thinking about helping out. I think I'm waiting for a little bit of gold for an item here. It's always good to look around the map and see what your support's doing. So this Alistar was this Alistar, after the game, I literally said on Alistar because Alistar was 1v9ing the game. And you'll see. Okay, I was a bit tilted. I think I was just looking at what was going on around the map. Now, I saw Annie was MIA. I'm pretty sure I ping her MIA shortly. Yeah, Graves gets a kill. Yeah, I ping danger. I'm like, where is Annie? Now, I messed up here a little bit. I could have trimmed the wave a little bit, so it would have frozen. This was a mistake. So always fix your wave before you roam. If I trimmed that wave a little bit or dragged it out into the top bush, could have frozen the wave, saved myself another 5 or so CS, maybe even more because the next wave wouldn't come in. But what I'm looking to do is, I know Annie just ulted because I was watching the map. I don't want to let her ult and get away with it. You know, I don't want her to do something in the side lane for free. So I try to fuck with Annie on her way back to lane. And Tibbers is OP, holy shit. I mean, I play a bit of Annie as well, so I knew that was going to happen. Now, one thing I do here, remember, always fix your wave state. This is in a really, really poor wave state. I know she doesn't have TP, but it's going to push into her. She's going to catch the whole wave. But I don't know where Lee Sin is. And these diamond Lee Sins, they're just so cringe. They're just, like, if you stay on low health, they will just run straight to mid. Flash dash, flash, freaking ward hop, auto UE, just... I mean, I can't complain about Lee Sin having mobility, seeing as I main LeBlanc. But you get what I mean. It's tilting. Lee Sin actually doing not bad to try and counter jungle the Graves. But so far in the matchup, you know, I'm looking to play safe now where I can, into the Annie specifically. Okay, things, just a bit of a tip there, guys. I see too many people go for insta chains. You don't need to instantly chain when you go for combos. I mean, you can if you think your distortion is going to land close. See, just wait till you get guaranteed targets. People usually juke themselves into your chain. This is really sad. I think that GP's ult gets the kill. I was a little bit tilted, but I'm like, whatever. I think I got Dark Seal, so I'm getting Dark Seal stacks. We're chilling. Or we're shilling, rather. So I go back to mid lane, and 100% so far in the game, I would say I've been the more impactful mid laner. I could have CS'd a little bit better, you know, but I would say I'm definitely being the more impactful mid laner. Now this is depression for Annie. Now, remember, fix your waves before you roam, but I didn't want to shove that in because it's going to take up too much of my resources. Bit of a cheeky juke there. Now, importantly, see, I mind game the Lee Sin into thinking that I'm running straight bot. He tunneled on that and didn't even pay attention. And I actually saw bot that my team was actually going to kill Annie and the Vayne was fine. I just didn't want Vayne's bounty to go to the Annie. So it was more important for me there to keep the Lee Sin away so he didn't turn it around. And I knew that if Annie died, and this situation would happen here. So that's why I didn't push the wave in immediately before roaming there. Okay, remember what I said about coordinating with the support? Now, their top laner is getting... I actually checked before the game, the top laner was smurfing. The support's roaming up. Remember, don't instantly chain. If I didn't hit this chain, we wouldn't have got this kill. She's got flash. Alistar smurfing. Oh my goodness. Anyways. Okay, great roam. But now I'm home, instantly back, get back to lane and catch the wave. If you see mid lane, you see she's pushed the wave, but I don't think the entire wave crashes. Now, something to learn from reviewing my own gameplay is that I should be stepping to the edge of the fountain, then buying items. Sorry about the background noise. Yeah, I should be stepping to the edge of the fountain, then buying items to minimize the time I spend on the fountain and get to lane quicker. Now, I actually bought Merc Treads this game. They've got Teemo support, they've got Annie, they've got CC on their team. And I thought, you know, this game is a game to get Mercs because I had, at this point, I think Vayne was 3-0. I'm like, okay, Vayne's 3-0, Alistar's going to get a defensive item. Pretty sure Vayne can carry this game. We've got enough damage on our team already. We've got GP, Graves, Vayne, right? So really all my role will be in this game, if I continue to play safe, play smart, is not die in team fights later and just be a chain bot and set up. Now, I made a mistake here, and we knew Lee Sin was there. I'm pinging it. I'm like, okay, Lee Sin's here, guys. I think we could have won this, but Graves didn't use his ult and his flash, and I do ping it after, and he says my bad, so he kind of takes responsibility for that. But that said, I went for this play. This was a team-reliant play, and I went for it, but I didn't notice that GP had just used his ult bot lane. So I'm going to say that that's a mistake on my part. Yes, Graves could have played mechanically better, but I can't control Graves' keyboard. So I made the mistake of relying on a teammate to play a certain way. And I also missed that that Gangplank had just burnt his old bot. So maybe I should have called off that play. Gone for a lower variance route, just accepted, whatever. Maybe wasted Aurelia's time a little bit instead of committing to the play. So, but it's good to go for some plays sometimes. If we had killed them there, that would have been really big for us. Instead, we handed over a bunch of shutdowns and probably gave them away back into the game. So it was kind of depressing. Now, Annie could have actually shoved that wave in. And look, she's got an XP lead. But still, I think I'm doing more around the map. And she has an XP lead, but I've got mercs. So she can't really kill me, so to speak. Okay, I put a defensive ward. I'm looking to see if Annie's going to move into our jungle. I don't want her to set up any death pushes, kill Graves before Dragon. Okay, Gangplank's pinging MIA, so we're thinking, okay, Aurelia's moving down to Dragon. So I'm just trying to clear this wave. Now with the mercs, what it allows you to do, another thing why mercs are so good here against Annie is it essentially allows you to face check bushes because because she's not running Ignite, she can't one-shot you. And it means it sort of takes away a lot of the kill threat. Now, look, we're playing pretty front to back here, pretty straightforward. Okay, I try to combo him, but he ward hops away. That's good for us though. We get control over the dragon. And my role is just to fuck around with the enemy team, try to keep them from entering the dragon pit, and we get the dragon. And you'll see as the game goes on, this becomes, in my mind, I ping Baron a few times later in the game, but in my mind, actually, as the game goes on more and more, the Dragon Soul becomes our win condition because it's much easier usually to control dragons than it is Baron. Just because Baron, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure, it still shreds resistances. I mean, Aurelia is so bad. Oh my god, it's just tilting me to watch Aurelia. It's just so balanced. Obviously, that player is just really, really good at the game. Anyways, I mean, it is a high skill cap champion, but it's so ugly to play against when it gets ahead. Anyways, this is probably really inefficient by me because I think that we're not going to get a tower. So what am I doing? Wasting time here. So that whole time that I was doing that, did I really achieve anything? Not exactly sure. But we do get a tower quite low. Okay, GP, can you fuck off already? Yep. So, but on one hand, I'm annoyed because he's taking the CS, but then I can't even get the cannons anyway. So maybe he's doing me a favor. I think that's the second of I think it's the second cannon I've missed so far. Alright, we end up getting this tower. This Annie, I don't know what she's doing. She's on her phone or what? Look at her. Or I think she's legitimately on her phone. Or she knows that she can't defend that tower. I don't know. Yeah, she's whatever. This is mid diamond game from memory. I can't remember if I was D3 or not when I played this game. Anyways. What am I looking at? Okay, so what's my win condition going forward? You have to keep asking yourself this question as the game goes on, right? Now, I've got two people mid. They're annoying me, but it's they're not really going to get my tower that easily. And if they're mid here, then they're not messing with my team, which is good, because as long as my Vayne's staying alive and getting stronger, I'm happy. But I'm now, so I take a reset. And I think I typed to my team to go mid and allow me to side lane. Why am I running up? Kind of having to remember what I did and why. I might not have known. I think the blue buff appeared to be up on my screen, but then I saw someone have the blue buff, so I stopped running towards it. But I probably should have run bot. I actually ran straight out of base to stop them from getting Vayne shut down. Vayne actually could have lived had Vayne just run directly to me and didn't run into the alcove. So, but like I think Annie got Vayne shot down, so it's not so bad. Yeah, Annie got Vayne shot down. I definitely prefer that over the Aurelia. Like I said, this was not my best game mechanically, but I did make a couple good plays later on, so we'll get there. Okay, so my role this game, we've kind of identified that if we leave the GP against the Aurelia 1v1, she's going to shoot on him. So I was like, whatever, I'll just take the dick for the team, and I can actually beat the Annie in the side lane 1v1 with this setup. I'm going to be building towards a Banshee's Veil. They've got a lot of abilities that I can block. Lee Sin Q, Aurelia stun, Israel Q, Teemo Q, Annie, and so Banshee's Veil has a lot of value this game. My role is to mess around with Aurelia in the side lane, don't die, farm what I can, but don't die, and then move across and help my team. I was actually moving across to help my team, but as you can see, Vayne just carrying the shit out of me. I'm like, oh, hello Aurelia, please don't hurt me. Look at the health she just took. Like, what is this? She just queued onto me and autoed me. I lost half my health. Are you kidding? But then I don't have any armor. But still, like, what? Oh. Okay. Just farming waves. Maybe could have farmed another one, but I didn't know where Aurelia was. I only saw later. I could have actually taken TP this game, in hindsight, because I should know that Annie's going to be taking TP. But they do have Aurelia, they do have Lee Sin, and taking Ignite means that I don't have to get Morella Novicon for like those key instances in fight where we pile onto someone with our CC and damage. Because you don't really need Morello for trades with the team, for the Teemo, for the Annie. Even the Lee Sin early, it's like yes, but no. Like if you catch him out with your team, he's dead anyway. With the Israel, it's the same thing. It's more like the Lee Sin as the game goes on, the Israel as the game goes on, and the Aurelia at all stages of the game, because So nothing too flashy here. I was only mid there, pushing mid wave instead of a side lane because I don't have TP and I want to be near my team when they're taking Dragon. Don't know why I didn't take Scuttle. Yeah, there we go. Good. Nice. I'm glad I took Scuttle. So, always happy. Always try and take whatever objectives you can around the map, which will potentially deny it from the enemy team. And now I'm doing the same thing again. Just trying to farm what I can without dying to Aurelia. And you'll see later on that Aurelia tries to group with her team a few times, but then I push a side lane and draw her away. And that's kind of my game plan. Even though she has TP advantage over me, I've been timing her TP. Our team uses the Rift Herald. I'm kind of like watching mid, which is why that was really clunky, clearing the wave there. I saw Lee Sin got a flank. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. My team's wiped. Oh, no. And then GP with a huge barrel and huge ult. And this Vayne is just fed out of her mind, and then she goes there. Now, should I have come mid? Because I had ult. I was like, okay, I can pick up a free kill. And when I came mid, I thought Vayne was like going to be alive. I definitely fuck up here. I mean, I get a free kill. Yep, cool. And I mess up because she lands the whatever. She gets the reset of Alistar and queues onto me. And I had a small bounty, GP had a bounty, and me standing there probably incentivized GP to think that he could stand up as well. So another mistake from me. You know, after that, getting the teamer kill, I could have run top, pushed in another wave top. My blue buff's up. If I have sweeper, I could have swept vision. I could have just reset, like backed off and reset. That was a death that didn't need to happen for sure. So that's another key mistake I made this game. But important to note is Annie just like autopiloted the game. And I think I got ahead of her in XP now. And all I'm doing is picking up side lane farm where I can, trying to match the Aurelia. And now I'm at a point where Annie can't match me really. That's a good thing too about getting the Transcendence and early Fiendish Codex. You can just jump around a lot. Like, oh no, don't one-shot me please, Annie. Having the ability to just jump around a lot in the side lane. Yeah, so I'm showing the Banshee's failed. Yeah, because she went for a death cap, and I'm like, okay, in order to survive her in the side lane, I'm going to need to get a Banshee's, whatever. And if I can survive, oh look, I missed another cannon. If I can survive, then we'll be chilling. Okay, just clearing vision. Now, to mess with Annie a bit. That was a clunky chain. That was an instance where I probably should have insta-chained, but it's kind of hard to hit the Annie when she uses her E for the movement speed boost, so I'm going to cut myself a little bit of slack on that one. But now, look at this. Aurelia is going to come across, and Aurelia balanced. Get the fuck away from me, please. I actually spotted the Teemo out. I figured Teemo was coming. Just bounce, get out. See, I've got the CDR from the Fiendish Codex. I can just run out. And in my head, I'm like, team, why aren't we doing Baron? But you know, like, Dragon's coming up. So I was like a little bit annoyed at my team that I didn't do Baron, and they sort of came to help me. You know, but GP goes top, and he's splitting. So the time that they're waste chasing me, my team's farming, pushing, getting trying to get mid priority for the Dragon setup. Now I'm not that healthy for the Dragon coming up, and I'm trying to reset for Dragon. But I also don't want this wave to just crash into tower. And I'm like, okay, if I can keep Aurelia here, then yep. So my team starts Baron, and I juke the Aurelia. Now I make a mistake here. This is a really, really big mistake. Probably potentially game losing. I wanted to run and rejoin my team, but I knew Aurelia had TP. I actually could have stayed bot just in Fog of War, expecting Aurelia to TP and then cancel her TP with my chain. So that was a mistake by me. You know, maybe she would have killed me, maybe, but I would have saved my team and they probably would have got Baron. So I fucked up there. That was another mistake. Poor choice. And it's important looking back to realize what I personally could have done better. And Teemo's faker, I don't know, like, I don't know why he didn't walk up to me. Like, I was expecting my W to land, but whatever. But it's Mountain Soul, right? It's Mountain Soul. We got Vayne, we got Knights Found the Alistar, and Vayne's getting defensive items. There's no reason why we shouldn't win the game with GP and Vayne and Graves if I just continue to live, sit on my Dark Seal stacks, keep my Banshee's Veil, and I think I go into Void Staff. Because I have Merc Treads, I have sudden impacts, but because I have Merc Treads, that means I have less pen in my build, which means, yeah, I don't know, Ezreal's trolling. Thanks, Ezreal. So that means the Void Staff third is really, really valuable because Aurelia has Wits End. I mean, Morale and Omicron is obviously good, right? But like I said, I have Ignite in those key instances where I need it. And more importantly, it's really only the Aurelia that has the significant healing. You know, the rest are getting more healing as the game goes on, but it's the Aurelia that has the significant healing. But she also has a lot of magic resist. And I think someone else on their team has a magic resist as well. And their whole team has natural magic resist, scaling magic resist, right? Because of their levels. So the Void Staff gets extra value. And it's cheaper. Okay, so I'm just messing around with them. Now this is where I start. Annie is just grouping too much with her team. She's got teleport, but I swear she's playing as if she has Ignite. Like, she's just grouping way too much with her team. Looking for picks, right? She's trying to look for picks, yeah, fair enough. But go to the side lane, get strong, get your CS, and then TP across and then get picks. But instead, she's so behind on CS and experience that she can't match me, especially with my build. Now, I see Aurelia here. You might be tempted to combo the Aurelia. No. Aurelia has no TP. See, I'm constantly shoving the side lane and then looking to regroup with my team and make a pick. And look, W on. Lee Sin kicks Alistar. I flash the Lee Sin's Alistar, kicking Alistar into me to ensure that my chain remains tethered and we catch Lee Sin. Because, remember, you want to save your flash for significant kills. If you kill the jungler at a point in the game like this, that could have been Baron. Okay, important to note. I did pick MIA on the Annie, so doing Baron is a little bit risky. And yep, we're going to get depression now. Let's watch together. Bye-bye. You might be tempted to go to the Baron and mess around, but remember, what is the win condition now? You always have to identify the win condition in every game. The win condition is not me carrying a 1v90. The win condition is not getting to the Baron and messing around and trying to kill Teemo or whatever. It's keeping Vayne alive. I'm pretty sure as the game went on as well, Vayne has shut down like most instances of the game because Vayne was just ahead of... Yeah, and I was like, where's Annie? Where did she go? Is she in a bush hiding somewhere or something? She just got her recall off before I entered one of the bushes or something, I think. I'm like, okay. So, and you'll see in team fights, like, I try to... Yep. You don't need to instant combo. See that? The Teemo pretty much juked himself into my chain. I was like on the spot thinking, what combo should I use? And you see I walked through another Teemo shroom deliberately there because I knew I didn't want to waste time clearing it. And I was just like, okay, I'll get hit by the shroom, but then I'll Ravenous Hunter fully stacked, and I'll be able to vamp up off clearing camps. And I also saw there was a fruit thing in the river. I'll get that. Yeah, so just when you're going for your combos, don't feel you need to like try to be a little bit more patient and measured. You know, sometimes it's good to go for instant one-shot combos. You know, if your chain lands, or if you W directly onto them, or like, you know, in a really, really obvious fashion. Now I've got my Void Staff, big power spike. We'll talk about it in a second. If you W onto them in a way so it's pretty clear you're gonna land your chain, then sure, then you can like insta QR or go for that quick combo. But in instances where you saw I caught Teemo off close to a wall, right? He's just gonna juke himself into the chain. Give it time, it will happen. People outplay themselves. You don't need to do anything special. Now this is Mountain Soul and I have Void Staff, right? And the enemy team hasn't killed me for a while, and I know that I'm in their head at this point. So they're looking to catch me out. Poppy's Edge of Night, W away. I've got Merc Treads, pretty fast. Merc Treads saved me here. Important to note, Merc Treads saved me here, and while they're chasing me, I ran into the bush to actually deny her ability because of Fog of War. While they're chasing me, blue team has slain the dragon. Lee Sin chased me instead of getting Mountain Soul. Is he fucking serious? Thank you, Lee Sin, for the elo, you idiot. Teemo kills me and Aurelia gets a shutdown, but honestly at this point I'm like, take me. Now, you didn't see it, but my 80k was actually hitting a ward. I was kind of annoyed. I was like, where's my team? And hi, I'm Gosu popping off. Hi, I'm Gosu. Tumbles this way, flashes down. Triple kill, Mountain Soul, Vayne with PD and fucking... I think he was getting Frozen Mallet towards the end of the game. And at this point, I'm like, yes, we fucking won. Woohoo. And, yep, thank you, our Lord and Savior, Vayne. And now, you see why I played the way and built the way I did this game, right? The way I approached this game was to get carried. It's that simple. Sometimes, that's literally how you climb. Some games you have to put on your back a 1v9, get Medjai's, get Deathcap, get Void Staff, and just try and do your best to 1v9, right? This game was not one of those games. So you look at their team comp and our team comp. They have a team mode. They're already trolling, right? He has damage, but I have Banshees. I have Mercs, right? We have a GP. We have a Graves. We have a Vayne. We have an Alistar. Our late game is not bad. Like, specifically into their team comp, right? Our late game is pretty good. And he's pretty good late game, but, like, she's so underleveled, and she couldn't side lane against me. And even more so, because I went to Mercs and Banshees, she couldn't side lane against me. I think I rewind here because I didn't show exactly what I did. Let's have a look. Pretty sure? Okay, I rewind. Sorry. So the way I played this entire game, from the mid game, like, I look for a pick on the Annie, I try and do what I can to roam and impact the map. But then as the game goes on, I'm like, okay, I kept reminding myself, I don't need to 1v9 this game. I don't need to overplay my champion. I need to allow my team. I need to enable my team. Same deal here. Now, I flash Aurelia's stun, because Aurelia is the most fed member on her team. Don't give her a reset. I W away so that she can't dash onto me. I don't know if it was necessary for me to flash there, but there's no point saving flash for the next game. This is killing Aurelia pre-Baron and not giving her any chance to do anything. So I like my flash because, if somehow she managed to get an extra kill or shutdown and we didn't get Baron as a result, and then he actually managed to one-shot, it's the only possible way they have into the game. So just use your flash in a spot like that, in that spot specifically. Pretty clean combo. Because I went for the defensive build, I didn't kill the Ezreal, but I chunked him. I'm ahead in experience. That's the important thing. Catching the side lanes allowed me to be level 16 to Annie's 14 and Ezreal's 14. If you get hit by Lee Sin Q, don't stand right next to your AD carry. Be smart. The only thing he can possibly do at this point in the game is insect, right? So don't let him insect. And yeah, I saw a chance to AoE distortion. GP made a really smart macro decision after Baron to go top, so we get 2 waves pushing in instead of just the 1. And there you go, GG. I finished the game 9-3. On paper, my score looked beautiful, 9-3 and 14. But did I do anything special this game?